Hi, so this is my introduction video for AEP 858 Data Analysis and Assessment, and my name is Valerie Clausen, and I'm excited to get this class started. So I have been a teacher for 4 years, and currently I am in first grade with all of the little ones. And if everything goes according to plan, then I plan to graduate from the reading specialist program in May, this coming May. And the reason that I chose this program is just because I'm really passionate about the process of reading. I really think that it's important that kids learn how to read. And so um, I feel like I need to do my job to the best of my ability. And so that's why I'm here. So, on the more personal side of things, my husband and I just opened a coffee shop in town, and so that's kind of been eating up all of our free time. But when I do have a little bit of free time, then I like to crochet. So, shout out to all the crocheters out there. So that takes me to a little bit of the data that we have at our schools. So at my school, we collect all sorts of data, just like I'm sure most other schools do. And so we take academic data like MAP scores, iReady scores, and Amplify scores. MAP, as I'm sure you know, state test, is both math and reading. iReady is our math program, and it the kids get on to iReady online, but there's also a classroom component that the teacher is giving a whole group instruction. And same thing for Amplify, and Amplify is reading. The kids get on the computer and they get a score from that, but also there's a whole group component to it. And then there's also some miscellaneous data that we take into account, like attendance and household income and the language that's spoken at home, because we know that a lot of our kids are not English as their first language. And so we take that into account as well, and we collect data on that. So the way that I personally use the data that we collect is in an academic way. I inform my small groups. I group them high, medium, and low based on their scores. And I am also able to recommend them for extra services like special ed or speech or just every other thing that we might offer. And I also am able to inform the content of my own instruction for a whole group and make sure that I'm really hitting all of the areas that the kids really need. But then on the non-academic side, all those miscellaneous data points that we gather, I use those to have informed conversations with the social worker, because I know that the social worker can really be a great tool to use when I know that kids are suffering at home. And so I make sure that I'm in contact with her a lot. And also, I am able to talk to the parents about some of their stuff that they might be needing at home. So I use all of that data to talk to those people about what they need. Um, so I am not the best about using all of the data that is at my disposal. And so I made this plan to improve my data usage. One of my one of my plans is to start using graphic organizers to keep better record of each child's academic growth, because I know that sometimes I will I will learn something about a student, like maybe they are struggling with their TH sound. And so today we're going to work on our TH sound. Well, maybe in a week I have forgotten that that's what I was working on with that student. And so my plan is to start using better graphic organizers. And my second step is to be communicating with my instructional coach and looking at my students' growth this year compared to my classes from previous years, as well as comparing them to other first grade classes in my school or in my district. And so then I will be able to kind of see how we're doing and see if the techniques that I'm using are more or less effective than the techniques that are happening in classes elsewhere. So that's my plan. Thank you so much for listening to my introduction. Have a great day.